to the Blues Users channel with myself, Alan, from the channel, and my opponent and the game designer, Pat Mullen. Say hi, Pat.
Hi, Pat.
Great, thank you. And we're on our hot dry season here, Pat's own game, and it's pre-orderable from Legion War Games, if you would kindly. And we are in turn 4 of the campaign game, and it's been rather quiet. It's probably my fault. Sure, I've got something
I don't know if
dastardly up my sleeve.
I honestly don't think fault enters into it. It's a choice.
It is. I'm not sure how much of it is me being dastardly or me being. Oh, hang on. No, actually, that doesn't work. No, that doesn't work. So, but we'll go with it. We are where we are, and it should liven up fairly shortly. Please do put something in the chat if you're around to just let us know you can hear us and you can see us, and we will crack on. Let's see. Do we have? No, we have no messages yet. So yeah, if you could do that, but we will crack on anyway, and we'll watch out to see if anything is amiss. Do give some messages. Right. Okay. Let's just get the board available on the screen. And we were in starting the operations phase, which is the sort of movement and major combat phase of the game. And I think I was going first, so I'd better crack on. Now, one thing, I know this has been a little bit of a gap since we played this last, and I think a corollary of that is that I've got to find out where my pieces are, because they're all hidden behind these red markers with numbers on. I'm just going to get myself together. What I might do is start around the edges where I have the periphery. Might be easier to track for me, just to get up to speed as quickly as I can. So right, let's start over by the rubber plantation, I suppose. So just mind myself of the terrain effects shot. Right, yes.
I think you and I are the only ones watching this right now, Alan.
Well, I'm not sure if I count as a. I'm watching it on the stream control, so I'm not sure if I count.
There might be somebody else out there. If there's anybody out there and you can hear us, just comment in the chat.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind.
If you'd be so kind. I certainly show up as a viewer. That's yet an interview with Bruce Garrick on Wild Weasel.
Yeah, I
Get released on podcast this week.
I saw that. Yeah, I haven't quite watched it yet, but
Well, it was actually recorded a year ago, January. So. I am going to, as they used to say in Vietnam, take 5 and smoke them if I got them.
You go ahead.
So I shall, yes,
I
not literally, but like metaphorically, but I shall return.
Yeah. Yes, for those listening, if there is anybody listening, of course. Yeah, what I'm trying to do here is I've got a sort of special attack which expires next turn, and I'm trying to get to a point where I can actually do something with that. I might swing around here. There, I think. Now, I probably placed things really badly at the start of the game, and I've been playing catch up since, which is a bit tragic, I suppose. To try and get things in the right order, and
Oh, all right, I have returned.
Still working on it, I'm afraid. Not a lot else. Much more to do.
Oh, I see ID Jester.
Ah,
Can you hear us?
Chester, hi.
Uh, uh, you're not hearing anything because
I'm not saying anything. Too busy
right,
moving.
because Alan is moving and I was away.
Just tell us about the sound now, hopefully. Um, it should be coming through. Hopefully it is. According to my... Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Sorry, I was just being quiet and concentrating. To what effect? I'm not sure. But certainly concentrating on something. Sorry, I said at the start, if you weren't here, that there's been about a week's gap here, so I'm just trying to gather where the hell everything is from slightly aging memory here. So do bear with me.
Yeah, in this turn you had a significant increase in forces as well
That's true.
in terms of reinforcements arrive. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, you're coming down the road through the rubber plantation, I see.
There's suddenly a fire support base. That, appearing. Okay, I think that's enough. Okay. Right. Yep, that'll do. That'll do. So there's no combat per se.
All right, so no combat from you. And then I am going, let me look at the game turn. Am I going first? I am going I went first in fires, and you were going first in the ops phase, so I go after. All right, so let me see here. Okay. Well, return some people home that need to go home, or will go home eventually. Let's grab these guys and send them back to one of Tainan West or Fire Sport Base Daotiang. I think send them to Daotiang. I mean West. Then let's see here. I am fairly certain that I must have moved to somebody else somewhere. There he is. And he shall return to Tainan West. And the other guys, not planning on doing any attacks this turn. So we're just going to regroup everybody in a nice spot. And that's it for my aviation step. So now we will move into operations. And I think this guy's gonna go 1.5, 2.5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And guys are going to go
So, Jessica, you got a chat later on this evening with Ruff and Tony. Don't know if you do it every Saturday. Let us know. When we're done here, I might pop over and say hello. And I think there's a couple more people have popped on, so welcome to watching it. It's quiet at the moment, like a chess room, really.
Let's see here. So this guy gets, we're going to do the minimum move. This guy's going to move here. And fixes him. And your 2 concealment markers, because they're concealed, can get, a reaction move. Have to be out of a Zoc. Remember, of course, that we're in this rugged terrain where jungle hills, Zocs don't extend into them. So you can like 30 could actually move closer to the Americans if they wanted.
Yeah.
In yeah.
It's interesting. Interesting idea, but I think I'll move.
If you want, you don't have to.
Yeah. So at the end of your movement, these guys would probably be revealed, wouldn't it? Is that correct?
No.
Because there's no Zoc.
No. Remember, I have to use intelligence to do all that.
Okay.
So
even,
whoever's in those concealment markers,
okay.
I can't believe you haven't forgotten the whole game in a week. So
Well,
right.
I thought moving
So
adjacent was a kind of they would be.
so if a unit moves adjacent and they're not concealed,
Yeah.
they unfix themselves.
That's right. And they can't conceal themselves while in a voice.
But the other guys aren't unfixed.
Yeah.
Right. But that has no effect on concealment though. So it's up to you. Reaction moves. Okay. So here we go. These guys are moving together here.
Yep.
You get a reaction move.
I think I'll stick again.
All right. These guys are going to move thusly. And these guys are going to pull up the movement rates, train effects. Train is difficult in Vietnam. Let's see. Here. These guys are going to move here. These guys are going to move here. These guys are going to move here. All right, so we're just kind of moving a line of companies forward, creeping slowly. Let's see over here. What the hell do we want to do?
So while Pat's doing this, I'm going to do some shameless plugging with my Tuesday live streams, which have started up again with Jordan McMullen. Started on Tuesday with GMT's Elusive Victory, and we started off that scenario, and that will be continuing. Cross fingers, of course, as ever, on Tuesday, barring real world intervention. At 3 p.m. EST. 8 p.m. GMT. Hope we'll see you there as well for something completely different, air game, and that should be fun with the Israelis and the Egyptians hitting it off against each other, and of course my continuing recording playthrough of the mission by White Dot Games. Having quite a lot of fun doing that. So yeah, tune into the channel as when you can. Anybody has anything to say about the flurry of GMT news this week as well? Lots of new games coming out. See how big those P500 numbers get on those. movement going on here.
Yeah, we're just... Yep. Pretty much.
Heading out into the jungle on the left-hand side there. That's very brave.
Yeah. That is it. We are done with our operations phase.
Okay.
And we will hit the move flags. And we will now go back to the sequence, and the sequence of play tells me that it is time for the final ISR phase, so it is your concealment step.
Indeed. And I did a very bad planning last turn, which I can't really remember why I did it. I got nothing to place. Carry on.
Okay. So we move to the U.S. aviation step, and I think we're going to take these guys and move them here. And we're going to take these guys and move them somewhere. Here. Do you have any ADF fire?
I do. Wow. I do.
So you're going to do some. All right. All right.
Okay.
All right. So let's pull it up. So the first thing we're going to note is that we now have positive identification of PLAF within 5 hexes of Camp Tri B.
Yep.
So, per the intensity level, let's see here. Find the intensity level. Increases. So per I am wrong. So
I haven't got the thing up, I'm afraid. It's going to take me a little while.
no, it's quite all right. It's quite all right. The this is going to trigger Mike Force, so we just need to make note of that. But it does not affect the intensity level. Mike Force getting committed will affect the intensity level. Yes. So we've spotted this, and Mike Force is alerted that, the real deal VC are here. Okay. So with that, we go to the ADF chart.
Yes.
Fit to width. And so we'll look at the modifiers first. So you're not in a bunker, I'm assuming. You're not the 394 unit. Nobody's doing a surveillance mission, but there is more than 3 attack aviation AV in or adjacent to the hex. So this is going to be a -1 on the 2 to 5 table. 2d6. Is nothing. Okay. So the 12.7, the 50, the 14 or 14.5, the 50 calibers basically don't do anything. So any other ADF fire anywhere or no? Okay. So now we go to the intelligence step. So the guys on top of the mountain are going to pick somebody.
Simon, yeah, hi. I'm
Concealment
so
marker
very
number
faint,
50.
am I? Thank you. I'll just try and increase my volume.
So concealment marker number 59, kind of there in the rubber plantation on the road.
Sorry, I was elsewhere looking. Which place?
But in the Michelin rubber
Yes.
plantation, concealment marker number 59, we are going to guess PLAF.
Right, let me just check. It's nothing.
Okay. And that's intelligence. Now we go over to your, do you have any human intelligence?
I do, indeed. So I would like to spot anything around. I'm zoomed out, so I can't see the name of it. Ap O Chan, which is actually in the Michelin rubber plantation, within 3 hexagons.
Okay. All right, so check the train, look at your CR, and make a check.
Yep, okay, so let's roll that dice. No, don't see anything.
Okay.
Hang on, haven't finished yet. Within 3 of Aptra Cat, which is just north of Tanian West.
All right.
So do that. 4. Don't believe that will work. No.
Okay.
Still going. Zihao Duk, which is near Camp Tri B.
Okay. My guess is it has to be concealment marker number 38, which is going to give you some sort of bonus for the cultivated.
Not with a 10.
Yep.
Okay.
10 won't do it.
Yeah, that's.
Oh. Okay, and you get your signal intelligence with the divisional HQ. So any stack on the map, you can try to unfix.
I will try 0308.
0308, which is way over here. Way over here. All right, so you need a, let's see, it's going to be, I'm pretty sure it's a -3 in the dense jungle. Yep, so you need a 3 or less.
No.
Nope. Okay. And now we go to surveillance. So let's see here. So this guy's going to try to do a surveillance mission.
Which guy are we on here?
We're kind of in the same spot.
Yeah.
So roughly, right. So what he is going to do is we're going to do the mission, but before it goes off, you can do ADF fire again, which you should probably do. So all this is going to do is give you an extra -1 because he's doing a surveillance mission. So with the other -1, we're now -2 on that 2 to 5 value.
Not likely, but let's try it. Not with that, no. Carry on.
Not with that. All right. So he is going to try to reveal concealment marker 35.
Yep.
You are in dense jungle. He needs a 2 or less. Fails utterly. And let's see over here on the complete other side of the map, sort of, or wherever I put that other guy. Kind of in the center of the map, actually, by Nui Ba Den Mountain.
Yeah.
This guy's going to try to reveal concealment marker number 13, who is in light woods. I'm pretty sure he's a dummy. You're pretty good at using those. And it's light wood, so that's going to be a -2. So this is going to be a 4 or less. Here we go. 4 or less, doesn't matter. He is done. Right, exactly. Complete. And that is that. Now we go to reconnaissance, and US goes first. And we have units that are going to try to unfix concealment marker number 35, or reveal it, I should say, using the proper lingo in the game. Okay. So it's going to be a -3, so here we go. Yeah. Got him. 35 is revealed and everybody's fixed.
Definitely got some PLF there.
And we certainly do. We've got near a battalion there. That's significant contact. And we are going to we got somebody else who's going to try to reveal concealment marker numbers. We want to do 7 or 20. We're going to do 28. And it's the same roll. So here we go. And that is a big failure. So now we will drift along here. And we've got someone who's going to try to reveal concealment marker number 13 again. Okay. And this is going to be a 5 or less. It is revealed and fixed, but I think it's a dummy.
You're getting good at this.
And we've got another guy who's going to try to reveal concealment marker number 53. No, excuse me. 39. Yeah, way over on the other side of the map by Camp Minton, right? And we need a 4 or less. Yeah. And we got it. And 39 is revealed and fixed.
There's nothing there.
It's a dummy. And I think that's it for my reconnaissance assets that are in range of anybody. Let's see over here. No, we got a couple of things we can do here. We got a guy who's going to go after concealment marker number 15, kind of north of Camp Suida.
15, yep.
2312 is the hex. Yeah. Gotcha. Yep. And we actually get a +1 to this, so we need a 5 or less. Failed. And another guy's going to try to do the same thing on 25, and he needs a 5 or less. Got him. 25 is revealed, fixed.
Nothing there.
It's a dummy. And that is it for the reconnaissance. Do you have any reconnaissance?
I think I do. I'm going to try and see. Hold on. Something's gone terribly wrong here. Sorry. Sorry. I made an error, but it doesn't really matter, and I'll explain another time.
All right. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Yes. I will have a look at 1710, please. So you're in light woods. That's a -2.
Where are we?
1710. So the road heading north by the old fort. You're on the road. Near the
Okay.
helicopters.
You don't have to roll, remember?
Oh, yes.
It's just automatic.
Yeah, sorry. I know there's one
So
on
here we
here.
go. Yeah.
So
Boom.
look at those.
There we go.
Right, okay. And we will also look at
A light infantry battalion, heavy weapons company, and special forces detachment.
we will look at 2414.
2414.
End of your line of prospectors.
2414. Ah, okay. So here we go. Now you should make a roll. So that's the target hex. So it's going to be a -3. So go ahead and roll. We all know you have a 7, so it's a 4 or less. No. So you just get that guy.
Yeah, just get that guy.
So if you made it, you would have gotten him and everybody adjacent. Yep. There you go. It is a light infantry company from the A company, in fact, of the 2nd of the 1st Battalion.
And where else? Still catching up on where everything is. Oh yes. We will attempt to see 308. 0308 again.
0308. Okay. So this is just straight up automatic. Okay. And if there was any surprise, it is to Special Forces detachment. All right. Any others?
That one. Did that one. Just making sure I'm not missing anybody here. I think that's everybody. I think yes.
All right. Okay. So we now go to, you're done with reconnaissance. And we go to the refresh phase. So this is simple. This is just all the aviation goes home. So let me send it home. I had somebody ask me, why can't you just have it automatically go home? And I'm like, well, I mean, you could in the module, I mean. And it's like, well, you could, but one of the conceits in the game is that as helicopters start coming in here thick, the one issue they had to deal with was basing limitations. And especially if you're talking like a unit was aborted or needs to be repaired, it still takes up space. So whether you're, but Bien Hoa is unlimited.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So it becomes a matter of like, do I want these guys on map or off map? So these guys all return home automatically, whether they like it or not. We should each hit the end button. Indeed. And we go to actually turn 5. Initiative marker forward, and we are on November the 5th. So I think we should probably move through maybe to the beginning of fires or something. Yeah. So let's keep pushing on.
Yeah, carry on.
So we start with the aviation step, which in the command, this is like where we haven't seen it a lot, but like the US player can say, okay, this guy was hurt, right? You know, he was damaged. Do I want him repairing here? It takes up a slot. How many slots do I have? Which is how many headquarters do you have plus on the map, right? Plus Tainan West or the fire support base. And that, you know, that sort of thing. Okay. So, and also when a unit's aborted, they have to return to an on-map base, not off-map.
Yes.
So those are the permutations there. But none of that matters. Did I use any air points this turn? Well, we're going to find out. Nope, I did not. So that doesn't need to be reset. And that's it. So we go to the reinforcement step. It is turn 5. Nobody. Nobody gets any reinforcements, and nobody gets any replacements. However, this is the time when we determine in the reinforcement step Mike Force availability. And one of the things is PLAF within 5 hexes of a special forces camp. So if you open up the airbase window, which you can see with me, I will. Looks like a little aviation symbol next to your order of battle. Yeah. And scroll down to Bien Hoa, and I will dig in here. So.
Strangely, it's just gone off the top of it. The window's actually just gone off my screen. When it appeared, oh, there we go. It's come back. It's flicked back. Okay.
So here they come. This is Mike Force. And per the rules, when Mike Force are committed, so we got a dedicated gunship. Yep. And we've got 3 dedicated aviation choppers. And I will do this here. They start loaded, which gives them a little bit of advantage in getting on the map. This is like a ready reaction force specifically built to try to deal with what we're talking about here, which is threats to the camps. Okay. And then lastly, this guy, we'll load him up there, and the attack chopper. But that's not all, folks. Spooky makes an appearance. Spooky is an unfriendly sort to the NLF. And Spooky is placed anywhere on map. So what's happening is 40, 60-ish, 60 really, miles south of here at Bien Hoa Air Base, southwest, right? Spooky, gets activated. And these guys are ready for the next day, when it's checked, and they're flying in. So their first move is going to be from Bien Hoa to the southern edge of the airbase. I'm sorry, the southern map edge. So that's 60 miles. Normally, there's no movement rate, here, but specifically moving from Bien Hoa to the map is one move. Okay. However, Spooky's a fixed wing aircraft. So it's, Spooky, by the time Spooky's finished taking off, he's over this area when he takes off from that area. So let's see here. Where shall we put you, Spooky? Oh, I know where we're going to put you. We're going to place Spooky here. Right. Which is going to prevent those guys from unfixing or concealing. So that's right. So Spooky's going to bird dog them. So Spooky in the game, as we'll see when we get to, we'll walk through the process. So there's Spooky. So the Americans get some sort of bonus. And on top of it, Mike Force is introduced on map. So when I do that, I now have to go, we'll pull up the game turn marker. The game turn track, I should say, and I will pull up the markers. And I will go find a unit status. Gotta find the Mike Force marker. Maybe it's under general. Yep, there it is. Nope. Boom. On the game turn track. Right, yeah, sorry, so Spooky shows up on turn 5, and Mike Force has to leave in 3 full turns. So we go 3 or 4. Let me pimp myself out on that. Signer, remember thine own rules. And 3 full turns ahead of the current game turn. The example I used, if it was turn 2, the marker would be placed on game turn 5. So it is 5, it gets placed on 8. Okay. What that means is they get 3 full turns on map, but they got to be out before we get to here. So I flip it and you see it says Mike Force out. Right.
Okay. So they can still be on map during 8, but they have to move.
No, they 3 full turns. They're here. They're here now, right? They're here 6. They're going to be here 7. By the end of 7, they got to go or they're considered destroyed.
Okay. Fairly
harsh penalty, but it's meant to make the U.S. player not. You got to get them out. Okay. So, and you're right, it was down there, but it shall be deleted. And so that's that.
Okay.
And then the intensity level goes up by 1 each time Mike Force gets committed. So we are now at 8. And that's that. And now we go to the reorganization step. I don't think anyone was disrupted.
Well,
So I don't think that applies.
no, that's not quite true.
Did I disrupt anybody of yours? I don't
A while
think
ago.
so. All right. So remember, if he's within 3 hexes of any headquarters
Yep.
and not adjacent to me, he can be undisrupted.
Do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, done.
Now we go to the initiative step, and you decide when you want to go. In the fires and the...
Certainly going first in operations.
Okay.
I'll go second.
Starting to get a little more lively. Second in fires. All right. Boom. So there we go. You are... Actually, I'll do it like this. So I have the initiative in both. It is what you've done. You've ceded me the initiative. You have the overall initiative. So we're marking me as the first guy.
No, I'm first
the way it
in
works.
operations. First in operations.
Right,
Second,
right.
fires.
Second in fires. All right, so we'll do it like that. Boom. There we go. And now US first, you second. Anybody who can be unfixed can be unfixed. So I'll go through and unfix my guys who aren't adjacent to you that you've sussed out who they are. They're there. These guys are here. They're fine. They're fine. They're fine. And that is it. I am done with mine. Now, one of the side effects of spooky, so you can't unfix or conceal if you're adjacent to somebody.
So those guys are stuck. That's fine.
Right. One of the interesting things about Spooky, because you haven't played with him yet, is Spooky does not go home at night.
I did actually with that Mike Force in Trouble scenario. He was around.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yep.
Very annoying. Yes. No. Yeah, I know all about Spooky.
Yes. From a PLAF, from an NLF standpoint overall, Spooky's very annoying. Yes.
But thankfully not around all the time. Okay. Yeah. So I haven't got anybody else to conceal. So everybody else is
okay.
So that's fine.
Or unfixed. Unfixed, we should say. So now we go to, let's see here, the first ISR phase. It starts with the concealment step for you. So you can place all summer non-concealment markers and you can conceal eligible units on the map.
Yes.
Which I think the only people you need concealed are those guys. And
yes, indeed. Everybody else is sneakily hidden.
So you could hold them in your pocket or place them, where other units are.
We've got a decent stack here now. Okay, so center concealment. I do like that button, center concealment, because it all puts them into the actual positions on the chart as well, on their little boxes, which is very nice. With one click. Right.
I have bad news for you.
What?
I have miscounted. I made a mistake.
You made a mistake. I've made about
Yeah, I know.
726
It happens.
by last count.
So you see the number of here cache searches we have.
Yes.
Successful,
Yes.
right? Each one of those increases the intensity by 2.
Oh, okay. And we've been doing it.
So we're now at 17.
Okay.
8 for the, because I found 8 caches, a tremendous amount actually. No, it's actually, I must have grabbed that by accident. So we had 7 is where we last left off. So it should have been 14, and this contact made it 15.
Okay.
So that's for your FYI, right?
Oh,
when I moved it from 7 to 8 before, I must have pulled the cache with it.
right.
So a little,
Okay.
so things might get hot soon. Yeah.
We've done a lot more than we thought.
So I've been misleading you for about 4 turns, but that's okay.
I'll live, I think.
Well, it's going to, that's always going to happen.
Yeah.
It's pretty instructive though about what happens if the NLF player just sits back and tries to make no contact like you've been doing. The US response is just go and look for caches.
No, indeed. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see here. So you're done. And we now move to the aviation steps. All right, let's get these guys out. So the first thing we're going to do is quite simple. All of Mike Force, if you go down to like 2128, they are moving to the southern edge of the map. So here we go. And the transport don't get a mission because they just start loaded. It's specific. Boom, there they are. And then these guys are going to go and set up to do something. And I think they're going to set up over on this contact we found in the far west. So this guy's going to go here along with this guy. And this guy's going to go here. And these guys are going to go here. Thusly. And it's going to go somewhere else. Here. Okay. And do you have any ADF? The only place you can have it is kind of over on the west there, you see. Next to concealment marker 7 and 2 concealment markers.
No. Not the
All right. All right, so we shall now do loading and unloading. Yeah. Load and unload we shall. So this guy to the wrong place. Mission. This guy's going to go someplace else. Here. Okay. There. And I think we had this guy way over somewhere else. Yeah, here. There, he shall load. That is our loading and unloading. And now we move to intelligence. And the guys on top of the mountain are going to guess that number 28, way over there by Minton, is PLAF.
28. Right, sorry. Yes, that's correct.
All right, so let's see. They need a 6 or less. Let's see what happens. They are revealed and they are fixed.
Okay.
We got a mortar. Okay. And it's that. And over to you for your intelligence.
Right, so human intelligence, what are we looking for here? We'd certainly like to fix we would like to fix 2715.
2715. Let's see here. 2715. All right. So, with your signals, guys. Okay. So go ahead. You're gonna need a 2. Nope.
I'd like to succeed on one of these.
Any human intelligence stuff? Yes.
So, Apo Chan in the middle of Michelin rubber plantation. We'd like
Go ahead.
So, and
Your best bet is to roll and then look. Because you'll know if it's an obvious. Yeah. All right.
And see how we look again.
Okay.
I think that works.
If you're coming from it does. If you've got a 4, it works. If the unit has a 3, it doesn't work. So all right, so they are fixed. And I think you've got another one near Tainan West.
Do I see what's in Camp Tribe B as well?
Let's see there. 1, 2. Yes, you do. There you go.
Right. And App Try Cat. No.
Big fail. Okay, so then we go to you're done, and we go to surveillance. And I should have moved Spooky, but I didn't. Bad on me. So these guys next to concealment marker number 7 are going to try to reveal it, and they are going to need a 2 or less. And they succeed. They're unfixed. or it's a dummy.
It's not.
Remember to unfix them.
I have. Can you not see them?
No, unfix, not fixed.
Damn, unfixed. Sorry. Damn.
Right. All right.
I only saw the top one.
And all of them, not just the top guy. Your best bet is if they're concealed, I found, is to make sure they're all default fixed in the card. That will solve your problem. All right, there you go.
Them, so I've gone the other way.
Right.
So I fixed them and then put them on.
Remember.
Yeah, sorry, unfixed.
Yeah.
Fix. Yeah. Sorry, wasn't concentrating.
All right. So, all right. Then the guy in adjacent to where concealment marker 34 is, he's actually going to go after concealment marker 38. Yes. And you're in Marsh Patty.
Yes.
And that is, let's see, for AV, it's just a straight up CR mod of -2. So they need a 4 or less. They got him. 38, if anybody's in it, is revealed but unfixed. Okay. Oh, more stuff. All right. Give him a mission. And then I think that is it for my surveillance missions. It is. So we now move straight to reconnaissance. And what to do. All right. So these guys, we really don't need a whole lot more ISR going on this left map, but one of these guys is going to automatically unfix your guys that are fixed. Fix your guys who are unfixed down there.
Number 7.
Your southernmost, yeah. No, not numbers. Yeah, where number 7 was, and that kind of takes care of that for there. And then, nope. And then we're going to try to go after concealment marker 15. We are going to need, it's a 5 or less. Here we go. Failed, and somebody else is going to try. They succeed. 15 is revealed, fixed, or it's a dummy. 15. I'm guessing it's a dummy. It's in 2312. Yeah. It's a dummy. I figured. And I think we've got another guy kind of over on the west edge of the map, east edge of the map, that's going to try to go after 22 in 4413. So we need a 4 or less. Here we go. Failed. And I believe that is it for my reconnaissance. Do you have any reconnaissance you would like to do?
Right, so we are going to check 2615.
2615. All right, and you're going to try to get an area effect, right?
2514, actually. 2514.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, so you are going to need a 4 or less. Go ahead and roll.
One of these work, please. Hey!
All right, so you got him and everybody adjacent. So here we go. Boom. Toggle unfixed. There you go.
We heading for I can't read the number again. 1710.
Okay.
So you're in Light Woods, so that would be a 5.
Correct.
No.
Failed. Okay.
sure I've got another one somewhere, but I can't bloody find him.
You did. The one you're thinking of is
Yes.
probably that guy that was in 7. Yeah, but it doesn't matter anymore. Right,
Yeah,
right.
no, so that's fine. Yes. Okay.
All right. Yeah, and I see, just looking at your units, yeah, I think you did the setup quite well in the sense of you're forced kind of to place the 271st on this side of the map. And I think you did a good job. The U.S. has a lot more mobility potential
Yes.
in terms of operationally, not tactically.
Yes.
So as the NLF, it's kind of a best practice to take those division assets and say, all right, this is like a regimental, like think more like the US rather than a Soviet style where it's like it's a regimental combat team.
Yes.
US in the 50s and the 40s, right?
Yes.
So let's give it the anti-aircraft. Let's give it a recon element. Let's cuz you kind of can't rush support from one place of the map to the other. So well done. Well done.
Okay.
I'll say good best practices. Yes.
Wow.
So
Stumbled on it.
that's it for the IS. That's it. Well, it's common sense. A lot of times these doctrinal things that they did are basically it's common sense.
Yeah.
You're in a military formation that has divisional support,
Mm.
but it can't be rushed or we're going to move it down that road and get it to those guys if anything, if X, Y, and Z happens. So as the NLF with setup, you're kind of a best practice is to say, okay,
Mm.
these guys have to set up here, these guys here, these guys here. I better disperse the support out to these groups
Yeah.
at start as well. So the that is that, and I think we should end it here because it's going to get hot.
Yes. I think so.
In this dry season, the next
Yes.
phase. So I shall.
More hot than dry.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
Indeed.
So I will file save game as turn 5 fires.
And our loyal audience has followed us through again. Thank you very much. And we should be back next Thursday, 3 p.m. EST, 8 p.m. GMT as usual, barring real world interventions, of course. And I hope those interventions won't prevent you from coming along and having a look again. I think it might get a bit chewy next playthrough session. So
yeah,
be forewarned. Possibly going to slow down a bit, but certainly it's going to get some serious stuff going, I think. Right. Okay. Well, thanks again, Pat, for showing us your game and running through this. And I say apologies if I was a little slow because again I kind of lost track of where the hell I was. But hopefully you should be able to pick it up on Thursday for some more stuff. So and of course, as always, last word to you, Pat.
Hello, what's going on? What's the shouting? We'll have no trouble here. Brilliant. Good night, everybody.
Cheerio. See you Tuesday, hopefully. Bye for now.